Coming up on Yes It's Me Toolz.
Wildest thing done whilst intoxicated. Okay, Bonang asks, what do you think of South African men? I felt that energy. It was so powerful, I've got goosebumps even talking about it. So Saki asks, single or taken when I have kids in the future? What is up, beautiful people? Now, people always stop me in the street and they say, hey, aren't you? And I say, yes, it's me, Toolz. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Before I begin this video, I want to give a huge subscriber shout out to Wendy Sibiya.
I've been thinking about it ever since Toolz told me about it. If you guys don't know Toolz, please follow him. I'm gonna leave his Instagram handle here. He also has a YouTube channel and I really love him, guys.
She is amazing. If you want all the tips and tricks for decor, please go follow her on her YouTube channel and all her social media platforms. I will link it down below. She's amazing. So Wendy, thank you so much for the shout out. I really appreciate you and I love you. If you want your own subscriber shout out, make sure you share this video to your social media platforms and don't forget to tag me. So today I thought I would switch it up a bit by taking you into my bedroom. This is a different setting to what you guys are used to because today I'm getting a little bit more intimate with you. You ask questions and I am about to answer them. I'm not really nervous. I want to be frank and I want to answer these questions as truthfully as possible. I'm going to try answer all of them. I've had a peep at the questions, but I haven't seen them entirely. I asked questions on literally every single platform and you guys literally came through. So let's see how many I can get through and let's get into the video. Okay, on Twitter, Sasha asks, how does it feel being born on the same day as the most talented human to ever exist? If you don't know who that is, that's Beyonce. Beyonce and I share the same birthday, and you know how obsessed she is with the number 4 and her birthday. So honestly, I think it was a gift from God. And in fact, I was born prematurely. I was my mother's first child and I had complications with my heart. So, funny that I still have complications with my heart. Jokes. However, I love Beyonce. I know her choreography. I know all the songs. I love her. And yeah, it's amazing. It's really amazing. Sasha goes on to ask, who edits your YouTube videos? So I edit my majority of my YouTube videos. I've learnt Premiere Pro and I'm really enjoying it. It's a hobby that I really enjoy. However, there are some edits that Parallel Productions, my friend Daniel, does, and he does an excellent job. I'll link his details down below. Number 3, she asks, who's a person you could spend 1 week straight with without getting sick of them and why? Whew. I think it would be between 2 people. It would definitely be Leanne Liebenberg, who's my bestie. I love her. We get along so well. And wildest thing done whilst intoxicated. Phenomenal. The other person that I could spend a week with and not get irritated with is Ricky. You guys have seen him on my YouTube channel. I love and adore him and we get along so well. Basically, those are the 2 people that I speak to every day, all day, and I love them a lot. Your favorite country that you've ever vacationed at? Whew. I mean, this is a tough one because I also still want to see the rest of the world. However, if I was to say one country that I've loved vacationing is definitely Greece. I really enjoyed Greece. We went to Mykonos for a friend of mine, Daniel's birthday. It was phenomenal. You can see the highlight reel on my Instagram. It was outstanding. I've been to New York so many times. I've been to Europe a bunch of times. However, I've been to Greece and Mykonos once, and it was life-changing for me. If you know me, you'll know how much I love Mykonos. Wildest thing done whilst intoxicated. I mean, a lot of people know the Mykonos story. I'm not gonna tell the story. Maybe I'll open up an OnlyFans and then I'll tell the story there. But yeah, I think there's been some fun, crazy moments that involve guys never approach me, and I wonder what could be the problem, or am I unattractive? Listen, no, firstly, you're not unattractive. Let's start there. Secondly, why don't you approach guys? Why are you waiting for guys to approach you? What are your career goals and aspirations? Success looks good on you. Thank you so much. So, I feel that I've always been an entrepreneur for a while. I've been an entrepreneur for close to 15 years now, and I just want to be successful, you know. Right now, I'm trying to navigate different businesses and different aspects of what I'm doing, but I feel like in a 10-year plan, I want to be making passive income so that I can reap the fruits of my labor. That's what I want to get to eventually. I will always work. I feel like if I don't keep myself productive and doing something, I will be complacent. However, I also do want to give back. I want to get to a point where I'm very successful that I don't need to work, but I enjoy working, but with the avenue of being able to give back to my community. Favorite artist? Well, and I see a painter emoji next to it. So if I say in terms of paintings, I would say Francois Neely. I love her work. It is beautiful. One of the first pieces that I've ever purchased was from her. Norman Catherine, from sculpture point of view, I've always loved Norman Catherine's pieces and works. Every time I go to Joburg Art Fair, I always try to take a photo with the sculpture there. So in terms of art, those are my favorites. I do love Nelson Makamo. I wouldn't own a piece, but I can appreciate and love his work. I'm not a huge aficionado when it comes to art, but I'm learning. What is your education background? Well, I started off in primary school at Pridwin, right in Melrose, and then I went on to be a boarder at St. Albans College, and then I went to the University of Johannesburg, and I studied a marketing management degree, but I started with finance and I hated it, but then I changed over. Share some of your career milestones with us. Well, I have quite a few and I love all of them. So to single out a couple would be an injustice to some that I leave out. So I know it's the Miss South Africa answer, I'm sorry. But to put it simply, whenever my client is really overwhelmed and happy with work that I've done, then my job is done. That for me is a huge milestone. That for me is always a career milestone. All right. Oof. Top 3 Beyonce moments for you. Why would you do this? You know how I feel.
If you know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like,
why would you say that? Wow. I would have to say one of them when she was in Cape Town and she was performing at 46664. I remember standing at the end of the stage and she came on with "Got me looking so crazy, my baby, I'm not my," and she stomped down that runway with her dancers behind her. I felt that energy. It was so powerful. I've got goosebumps even talking about it. And it was just the most exciting, exhilarating moment for me. The second would definitely be when I woke up on the 13th of December 2013. I'd just gone through a horrible breakup, and I woke up to about 115 messages, 11 missed calls. My social media was going nuts. Beyonce had just dropped her, I'm getting goosebumps again. Beyonce had just dropped her self-titled album. It was therapy, it was beautiful music, it was, to me, it's her best body of work that she's ever produced. And still to this day, it gives me therapy and love and that hug that you need during certain times. My third favorite Beyonce moment. It would have to be a tie between that moment in the beginning of End of Time. Come take my hand, I will let you go, I'll be your friend, and don't fuck with me, don't but also, which I heard last night again, and I remember how much I loved, is the bridge of Scared of Lonely. I need I love that bridge. And the song I Miss You. Yeah, sorry, I just tied 3 songs together, but no. Yeah, I can't, yeah, the third one is tough for me. I don't know. There's also Drunken Love, how much I love Drunken Love. Yeah, I think there's still more to come. And one of them will be when I meet her. Alright, so the next question is, help! How are you keeping your orchids alive? Well, I have a spot where there is not so much sun, and they've stayed for a couple of months. So I'm lucky that I've had the orchids stay for that long. I also named them after supermodels, but when it comes to orchid care, I'm not the best. So I've reached out to Woolworths to actually do a YouTube tutorial on how to care for your orchid. I'd also love to learn how to regrow mine, because I still have my orchids, but I just don't know how to regrow them, which would be amazing. I would love a forest of orchids. Are you getting the vaccine? Of course I am. The moment that it's available to me, I will definitely get the vaccine. Biggest lesson learned from living in, or is it through, a pandemic? Well, what I've learned is that we're all equal. When it comes to something like COVID-19 and the coronavirus, we're all equal. It doesn't discriminate against who we are, and we just need to treat each other equally. Simple as that. Please set me up on a blind date. Well, I need to know criteria. Man, woman, are you pan? Yeah. However, I don't know a lot of single people anymore. It's a shady question. Whatever. Yes, I do. Okay, Tato asks, things that keep you going. Well, I would have to say just my drive to be better than I was yesterday. Just having that mindset and always trying to run the race that I'm trying to beat myself. my personal best. And when I see what I've achieved, that gives me motivation to keep on going. Okay, next question. How do you feel about mentoring someone who looks up to you? I think that is one of the biggest compliments that I could ever get by mentoring someone. I always love teaching, especially something that I feel that I'm good at. It's a very big compliment, and my main thing of doing that would be that I can dedicate enough time and adequate time to mentor someone. But in the same breath, I also want that person to take away valuable knowledge that they can go out and be great and be something better than what I could ever be. All right, how did you start your business? Well, before I started my business, I was working retail in Sandton City at a very popular clothing brand. And I remember I did not love my job. I hated every second of it. And I'm not one to get emotional at work, but however, this one day, I remember texting my father and said, I can't work at this place anymore. And I was in tears, and then he arrived to Sandton City within seconds. And we spoke, he calmed me down. She's not going to be throwing glasses or getting turned like Lisa Rinna. And I wish that she would bring it, but she's a Hilton. She has a name behind her, so she's not going to be doing any ratchet stuff on the show. What is your typical day like? Well, I have planned to actually do a YouTube video saying 24 hours with Toolz, but to put it in a nutshell, I'll wake up, check social media, then definitely put on music. I'll bark signals at my speaker to play music, shower, brush teeth, then have coffee while I watch Wendy Williams, respond to emails, work throughout the day. My new thing is to drink lots of water through the day, and I'll eat at my desk. And I haven't been going to the gym, but it would entail going to the gym in the evening and then a quiet dinner. But we'll see in the 24 hours with Toolz video coming soon. You're doing amazing. Love you. Keep going. Oh, thank you. No, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. How did you go about with your career? Tips for upcoming graduates. I think I did answer this question a little bit earlier, but I think when it comes to your career, you just need to hustle. Nowadays, it's about who you know rather than what you know. I do believe that it is important to have that educational background, but always be personable, be engaging, and increasing your network. I think you never know who will be your next contact that will help you with whatever you're doing, and not just within my industry, but with varied industries. I think it's important that you build your network and you build up your database of people that you know. I think it's really important. lot of questions. Oh my god, okay. Are you traveling this year? Yes, I would love to travel. There's talks of going to Brazil at the end of the year, but I don't know if we're going to be able to travel anytime sooner because we are in a global panini, but we'll see. Alright, best part of your job. I will definitely say, I said it before, that when my clients are happy with the work that I've produced and they're over the moon with it, so that makes me very happy. Kalida asks, should I download Tinder again? What's the point with the dreaded C? Well, I think during a global panoramic, I think it is hard to date and we need to find different ways of meeting people. So definitely Tinder is one. However, people can be bored during this time, so don't let it be a waste of your time. I don't know about the apps here in this country, how great they are, but have you tried Bumble? Have you tried Hinge? I've heard those are also good, so give it a bash. You have nothing to lose. You went to St. Albans. Do you think there is still a place for traditional boys' schools in South Africa? I do feel like yes, there is a space for it. I think they just need to adapt. I know that St. John's has really adapted in the best kind of way by still holding onto the traditions but being so pro-LGBTQIA+. I think that is so many leaps and bounds to when I was in school. Don't ask when. But yes, there is still a place for it, but I think the schools need to adapt and change a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. What is the biggest failure you had? What did you learn from it? Very good question. I can't actually really pinpoint one big failure that I had because I always try to learn from everything. I need to think about that one. Very good question, but as I said, I try to learn from every experience that is good and bad. I love your energy. What do you do for a living? Well, I am in PR. I have my own PR business. It's called Brand Ambassadors. And my side hustle is being an influencer, content creator. And it's so exciting that my hobby is now actually paying off, which is crazy. Who would have thought? Right, back, married, kill. Kyle Richards, Bethany Frankel, and Nene Leakes. Alright, marry Bethany Frankel because she has a multi-million-dollar empire. Nene Leakes because I think she would be great in bed. And kill Kyle Richards. Well, let's face it, she's not the most exciting housewife, but you gave me those three options and there you go. Oh, hey, Kendova. What fashion trend is overrated? Maybe I'm just not cool enough, but this baggy streetwear overstyle thing, I just feel like it's not me. I don't think it has longevity. And also big logos and monogram everywhere, it gives me anxiety. Like, we understand that you're wearing Christian Dior. I don't feel like it needs to be everywhere. And yeah, and that's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I don't feel like things like that have longevity. And it's very newberish if you ask me. Tando asks, I'd like to know your thoughts about Hilaria Baldwin. If you don't know, Hilaria Baldwin is a white woman that used to live in Connecticut that married one of the Baldwin brothers, if I'm not mistaken. But she has capitalized on being Mexican. So she even went onto a cooking show and said, she was explaining in a Spanish accent or a Mexican accent and said, oh, what's a word for, how do you say, cucumber?
Very few ingredients. We have tomatoes. We have, how do you say it? Cucumbers. We have.
I was like, but then it's come out that she is white. She's nowhere near Mexican. So what my thoughts are, I think it's really bad that a white woman has taken up space to be on covers of magazines which are meant to be for Latina and Mexican slash Spanish people. I think that's completely incorrect. She has a seat at the table, but she's now taking up space where it should be for other people. So I feel that's entirely incorrect and wrong, and I think she needs some help. But I would love to hear what, I think Alec Baldwin married her. What is he saying? It's so embarrassing. It is hysterically embarrassing for her. How do you stay this happy? You're a vibe, you're a mood, and forever smiling. Look, I have my days, and you must remember that social media is just a snapshot of my life. It's not my life entirely, but I always try to exude positivity. Music helps. Spending time with people that I love really helps. And my new thing is self-care, self-love, and taking out time for me. Okay, and Bumi asks, what do you miss most about pre-lockdown, and what have you learned about yourself during this time? Well, I miss music festivals. I miss long boozy lunches. I miss big house parties. Those are the things. So they're really frivolous things that I do miss. And just when going out and just meeting new people, that's what I do really miss the most, you know, like joining tables at a restaurant and meeting new people. So that's what I miss the most. And what have I learned most during this time? Well, one of the aspects that I've learned is that my content has been an escape for so many people. So not that I feel responsible for providing entertainment, but I have realized that the content that I put out on my social media has been really helpful to certain people during this time. And whether it's some sort of escape, Leanne, my best friend, always says that she wishes that I was in music, and because I love it so much, and music is my life, and I think I would have been great at it. Whether it would be music production or music videos or something with music, and I agree. I also, maybe something in entertainment. I know that I would definitely be doing something within the entertainment industry. I mean, this personality is destined to be within entertainment, forced to come out. I think we should get to a space in the world where we accept each other for who we are, and it doesn't need to be a big thing like a coming out story, but hey, yes, but look out for that video very soon. So Saki asks, single or taken when I have kids in the future? I am single, and do I want to have kids in the future? No. I'm great with kids and I love children, really I do. And I have so many beautiful children in my life that my friends have. Having kids of my own, I don't think so, because they are a huge responsibility. You cannot just exchange them or take them back, you know, from where they came. And have you seen the prices of school fees, girl? So I know kids are a blessing and they will change your life, but for now, I'm saying that no, I don't think I'll have kids of my own. When is your next live? Well, I am bringing back TV with Toolz, which is actually what I used to do about Kardashian commentary, but now I'm making it general. And I'm going to be reviewing and chatting to you guys on Instagram Live after The Bachelorette, every episode, and after every episode of Real Housewives of Durban, so watch out for that on my Instagram. However, I will be bringing back Yes It's Me Toolz Live on YouTube, so that will be a weekly program where it's gonna be lots of fun, and I want you guys to join in. Please, it's gonna be lots and lots of fun. Okay, Bonang asks, what do you think of South African men? Well, I think when it comes to dating, South African men have a lot of work to do. The dating culture is not as prevalent as it is overseas. I think there's still a lot of learning to be done, gay and straight across the board. On the looks wise and the attractiveness scale, don't at me. I think it's a 4.5. Don't at me. Something you tell yourself every day. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is going to be okay.
Coming up in part 2 of Yes It's Me Toolz.
What happened between you and Sashi? Okay, ever dated someone who's in the public eye / celeb, so to say? The last time you woke up next to someone, anyone you regret not dating when you had the chance, you should have given them a chance.